Let's go.
In fact, last night, we sunk their prize ship, the Soleimani. Looks like POTUS got him twice.
Here, they try to keep Tallarico off the show. What happens? They give him a boost. If you talk to Jasmine Crockett, she'll say the same thing. I was ahead until that controversy.
What does Trump's new shipping insurance declaration for the Strait of Hormuz, Iran, Venezuela, Panama Canal, and China all have in common?
We encourage each and every one of you to remain resilient. We cannot allow this type of behavior.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Diamond light, lover boy, you move in space with minimum weight, maximum joy, city life, business night, when you require streetcar desire for higher heights. No place for beginners or sensitive hearts. Sentiment is left to dry. No place to be ending, but somewhere to start. No need to ask, he's a smooth operator. Smooth operator. Smooth operator. Smooth operator. Coast to coast, LA to Chicago, Western Maine. Across the north and south to Chicago, love for sale.
And welcome back to Gen S Unfiltered. If y'all would, y'all click that thumbs up button and repost the show, whatever the case may be. What's up, Miss Gail?
I'm doing good. Doing good. How are you? Did you have a good weekend?
I did. How about you?
I did. I did. Well, I cleaned and stuff, but did nothing really. So I left my key on the car all night last night and completely.
Oh no, it's dead, wasn't it? It's graveyard
It
dead.
was it was crazy.
Some of you women just, I mean, come on, it happens to this guy as well. So, what's up, Miss Richie? So yeah, what's up,
I
X?
could do
What's
it.
up, Facebook? What's up
Hello.
over on Instagram? But yeah, this is my 1000th
1,000.
episode. Episode
Yep.
1000. That's a lot easier to say it like that. Episode 1000. So yeah. So it's gonna be it's a new beginning. It really is.
Congratulations.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much, and I hope that we don't disappoint y'all tonight. We got a lot to go through.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh man, really? You Instagram? I tell you what. Oh man, y'all daggum, my man, really? Let me go here. Oh, I'm coming back, Instagram. I'm coming back with a vengeance.
Well, they've got a few breaking news is coming out. I guess just in the last 45 minutes,
what you got?
if that.
What you got?
It's three different things. The bullet used to kill Charlie Kirk did not match the rifle allegedly used by the suspect, Tyler Robinson's, according to court documents.
Oh, really?
Just come out.
I mean, it would not surprise me. Would not surprise me whatsoever.
That right there is a huge thing through the thing.
This is the thing about it, Gail. I don't think he actually done it. I don't.
Well, I don't think he did either. I never have thought. I thought, how do we, I don't know. I'm not forensics, but there's just too much. And then okay. Netanyahu just come out saying that he claims that Iran is actively plotting to assassinate President Trump, which we know that that's been an ongoing thing for a long time, and it wouldn't be nothing for him to do it. But part of me's like, with him coming out saying that, I don't know. I worry about it.
And folks, you all have to worry, or I mean, be concerned about it. I wouldn't say worry, but
Yeah.
With that saying, there's been attempts on President Trump's lives that we all know about, and then probably some that we don't even know about. And
sure.
but like I've said, I'm a man of my word. I'm not against the Israel people, the Jews.
Correct.
I'm not an anti-Semite. I don't like BB Netanyahu. I do not like him.
Okay. I'm glad you said that, because that's where I was going with it when I was talking about Charlie Kirk, because, the theories out there, because BB came out like right after with his speech saying, I wasn't responsible, for Charlie Kirk. I didn't do this. Now he's coming out with this, and him and Trump have had some big disagreements, and stuff. He said, that if Trump put boots on the ground or anything like that, that he wouldn't be involved in it. You know what I'm saying? And he's a control freak.
Okay, with that saying, Israel has never put boots on the ground in any war that they've gotten us into. Any.
Yeah.
Go back to just go back to the 90s. I mean, it goes even further than that, folks. But during the Gulf War, the Desert Storm. Oh well, Iran's the problem. Saddam Hussein is the problem. They didn't put any boots on the ground whatsoever. Zero. And that's facts. You can go look that up, folks.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you're right. Absolutely. Absolutely. Now, I don't know the legalities. This is the other thing. There's three things that come out. They're stating that Secretary of War Pete Hegseth reportedly instructed his broker weeks before the Iran war to make multi-million-dollar investments in defense through BlackRock, which holds companies like Boeing, Lockheed Martin.
Lockheed Martin. Yeah. I wouldn't. That would not be surprise me whatsoever because
Is that legal?
No, that's inside. That's insider
Insider
information.
trading. That's what I
Yeah.
thought.
Well, but is he gonna get busted for that? I mean, look at Nancy Pelosi.
Well, if he does, he better drag everyone's ass in Congress and Senate in there.
Well, he's not gonna do that. But this is the thing about it. People keep saying that President Trump got us into this war. Folks, we've been in the war with Iran for 47 years. It's never stopped. 47 years, and it's never stopped. And, but you're going to blame one man for going in there and say, well, we're going to line them up. Well, President Trump didn't say we're going to line them up. He didn't say any of that. President Trump did not even make the decision. Go back to the New York Post. It was Pete Hegseth that said, hey, we need to go in there and do it.
You're right.
You're right, Miss Richie. He didn't. Well, I'm hesitating because I'm watching the chat room. Yeah, he didn't get us into anything. He's actually getting us out of it. Period. I mean, come on, folks. I gotta put my YouTube up. I mean, not my YouTube. Well, I don't know. I go over to Facebook just for giggles. I don't get any views, but that's fine. I can go over and mess with them a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I gotta go over and mute myself. Bless God.
People watch it. I'm sure people watch it and stuff.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm.
When's that? Am I freezing up or are you freezing it?
No, I'm not froze. You're not froze.
Okay. Yeah. Am I freezing up or is she freezing up? Because she's locked up like a bird dog. All right, now you're moving. I just think.
You hit effects first.
Okay.
Hey, Peckerwood, how are you?
Oh, Peckerwood up in here. What's up, Peckerwood? Where in the world you been?
They said we're both good.
Okay, well, you was locked up like a bird dog on my end. I'm just saying. A daggum Tennessee bird dog. I mean, I don't know what kind of birds y'all hunt up there. I mean, come on, bless God, but
I don't know what they are. I've been quail hunting before and deer hunting one time.
Well, I've been quail hunting quite a few times, and so Peckerwood's out there. He's painting. Are you? Hey, hang on, Peckerwood. I got to ask you: Are you doing Hunter Biden paintings? Are you doing those? I miss asking for a friend. But but I mean, it's just crazy. My weekend was actually great. Got out there in the garden and stuff like that, and stuff. Went to work today. Well, I say I went to work. I went to the courthouse early this morning, and as soon as I got out of the Jeep, walked up there, getting my license out because there was a line out there or stuff like that. And there was like I said, there was a line. There was a long line, and I'm like, man, we got to go. All these people are going to be jurors, I should say. But anyway, those were the convicts per se. You know what I'm saying? But proven until innocent until proven guilty. But anyway, with that saying, walked up there. The lady comes out there and goes, "Hey, anybody here for jury duty?" I'm not. Look at right there. She said, "Oh, y'all can go back. Y'all can go back. Everything's been settled. Well, 3 minutes tops. Bam, I was out. Went back to work. A lot of people would have went back home, I would say. or go do their little things, whatever the case may be. But I'm a stand up worker for the United States of America and my family.
Well, if you can make the money and save your PTO and stuff like that, you need
No, I
to.
mean, I could took the whole daggum day off and I would have got paid for it.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, because when you do civil duty like that, no, they have to pay you for that. Your company. Yep.
Well, Chad, that was really awesome of you to go back.
Yeah, yeah. I don't play that game, man. I don't play that game. No, I love. I don't like my job. I actually love my job, and so that's the way
That's
I roll.
awesome.
So,
You get to do what you enjoy. It's
yep,
always
I
good.
do. It is. Let me see. Well, my mouse isn't working right now. My mouse isn't working. Am I
I
froze?
wonder why. No, I'm moving. You're moving.
Am I moving? Am I
It
jiving,
has
man?
been. It has been freezing a little bit. I saw it earlier when we were backstage. It froze up once or twice, and then
Really? Okay. How am I looking over there, y'all? Over in Rumbalaya? Have I got to go over and check for myself? It may be because the way I got it worded tonight. You know how that shit goes.
yeah, yeah.
You know,
They have their
check it.
ways. They have their ways. I don't know.
Uh,
A lot of crazy
uh,
stuff going on.
yeah.
Hmm.
Dude, I cannot get my mouse to work. What's going on with this?
Is it wireless?
Yeah.
Check the batteries. Turn it off.
Oh,
Turn it
dude,
back on.
no, I don't want to do that. No, I don't. No, not you, not you. Let's go. Okay. Yeah, it's jacking his stuff up. What? I don't want to move it up. I don't want to move it up. I want to go right. I get yeah. Don't no, I can't do that, Gail. Mm-mm. Dude, that's crazy. Hang on. See if it does it now. Oh, there it is. Okay. It, it's
It
not
did it.
operator. It's not operator error. It's yeah, I think the battery is actually going dead.
So what happened to me the other day, and I just flipped it back on, and it started working. Then I had to change them because it was giving me problems.
Okay. Well, good deal.
So
Okay. So I guess y'all won't. I guess y'all are here for the news, aren't you? But anyway, before we get there, Gail, what do you think about Roger Stone? I mean, this goes for anyone. What do y'all think about Roger Stone and all the stuff that's going on with the Steve Bannons, the Alex Joneses, the Laura Loomers, the Tucker Carlson? I mean, what is Roger Stone a good guy?
I would say no.
Man, do I trust Roger? I don't trust any one of them people. I don't trust them. You know, I absolutely don't trust them. A lot of people back Roger Stone. A lot of people back, and I'm not bashing them. Perkwood's like, what has he done now? Well, we're gonna get to it, but I had to go back to the archives to pull this one out because I know they was making a documentary. Okay, so you got Nancy Pelosi,
Right.
all this, and about the Jan 6, and this has to do with the Jan 6, or J6, I should say. But but you got, like I said, you got the Epstein files. You got Steve Bannon mentioned quite a few times,
Yep.
photographs, stuff like that with Jeffrey Epstein. I know that they were making a documentary. They made it. It never was produced. Okay. Um, because Steve Bannon sat there and sold it and sold it and sold it and made money off of it and never did show it. Just like hey, let me say this real clear as I can say it. Candace Owens is a piece of crap. Okay, I'm saying that real quick.
Can't
She's a
disagree.
piece. When she worked for what was it, Daily Wire,
Right.
over with Ben Shapiro. Ben, little Ben. Yeah, hey, what you got, Mama? What you want me to do, Mommy? you know, suckered me in for $268 for a subscription. Okay. For the Daily Wire because Candace Owens was going to be coming out with a so-called documentary about the election fraud, about the black people not having their voices heard. It never did come out. And I called the Daily Wire, and they answered the phone. And they said, well,
Really?
it's a lot. Yeah, they did. They really did. And their excuse was there's a lot of attempts on her life right now to put this out. Really. And then a couple of months later, Candace Owens left the Daily Wire, and now she got all this big podcast going on. Okay. And now she's going after Erica Kirk. Now she's going after President Trump. Folks, have y'all listened to anything this weekend to any podcasts out there, especially the Alex Jones, the Steve Bannon's, Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens?
Hey, Maddie. I haven't listened to it. I saw a clip recently with Alex Jones. That's about it.
Okay. Well, Peckerwood's saying no. Candace Owens, Miss Richards, Candace Owens, and many others have just went off the deep end. Yeah, they sure have 100%. So this weekend, they were all going bat crazy, 100%, attacking President Trump. Even General Flynn's getting lit up over the weekend. He's getting lit up big time, you know. But what? How'd you say it earlier, Gail?
What?
The people. The
What
people.
did I say? The people.
I don't know. I ain't gonna put words in your mouth. What did you say? We were
I
talking
can't
about
remember.
a mini series. A mini series.
Oh,
what'd you
conspiracy
call it?
theories. I said there's
Okay.
those conspiracy theories and stuff.
Okay, but what else did you call them? What?
Oh, the Q
Who's ever?
people.
Yeah. Okay.
The Q people.
Yeah. So dude, the Lego, the Lego Iran Legos. Dude, those are funny to crap, you know. But all right, so you got all this going on, but they want to blame President Trump. But we've been at war supposedly with Iran for 47 years. I mean, come on,
Right.
you folks, you got Obama giving 150 two 747s empty. When I say empty of chairs, seats, filled with cash money, your taxpayer money, just given to Iran. Why? For their nuclear stuff. Okay. And we're going to get into that. Yeah, they are funny. 100%
Hey,
funny.
Maddie. Welcome in, Maddie.
What's up, Maddie? Hey, Maddie, over on Facebook, click that thumbs up over. Because I said so. Gen X said so. All right, so we're going back to Roger Stone. All right, so here's a clip. Like I said, I had to go back to the archives to get it, and you make your own determinations.
Let's be very clear. There is no Vatican, cocksucker. It's one sentence. One sentence. So if you're in a meeting and he says that, you punch him in the mouth as hard as you can to make your point. It's one sentence. We're not stupid. There is no paperwork, you cocksucker. He needs to be impeached. He needs to be denounced and impeached. The greatest single mistake in American history. Greatest single mistake. He's surrounded by morons, and he surrounded himself by morons. And a good long sentence in prison, he'll give him a chance to think about it. Because the Southern District's coming for him, and he did nothing. You want to fight? Let's fight. Fuck you. Fuck you and your abortionist bitch daughter. Obviously, if you use any of that, I'll murder you.
Yep, he was talking about putting President Trump in jail. In prison, not jail, but in prison.
I've always thought he's a bad guy. He's the one who surrounds himself with some really bad people.
Well, of course. Let's see. What's up, Linda? How you doing over
Wow.
on Instagram? Yeah. So, I mean, folks, you're going to see stuff here that I pull out of archives that probably people on Instagram and Facebook and even Twitter has never seen. You
And
know,
it's probably already been removed from the internet.
well,
A
that's
lot
the
of it.
thing. A lot of it has. I mean, you can go and dig and stuff like that, but like I said, I've got so much on thumb drives that you don't want to know. Yes, saying.
You have to save all of it because they erase so much stuff.
Yeah, I'm going to respond to Miss Ritchie's comment right here. Roger Stone is Trump's best friend? Question mark. I don't think so. Are you sure that he said that? Every bit of it. That was Roger Stone.
That was a documentary. He didn't want that part put in that documentary.
Mm-mm. He just said it right there at the end. You know, they're all. I ain't gonna say all of them, but these people are bad. I mean, look who Roger Stone. I haven't seen Roger Stone or heard Roger Stone on Alice Jones. So this is the kicker. This is the kicker right here. Messenger 911. Donald Trump is Jesus Christ. No, he's not Jesus Christ, you daggum troll. That's a troll right there. That's a troll.
That's a troll.
Mhm.
Keep trolling. You're watching.
Yeah,
You
but
might
that's
learn
not.
something.
Yeah, yeah. It's probably the Martian.
Miss Ritchie's got him. Miss Ritchie's
Yeah,
got him. Get
yeah,
him.
yeah. She does. But anyway, but these people like Miss Gail said earlier, these people surround themselves with a bunch of daggum psyop. And what you're seeing with Candace Owens, Tucker Carlson, Steve Bannon and stuff like it's all a psyop because they want to. They're pissed. The General Flynn's they're pissed because Joe Kent, their people are getting put out because that's who y'all listen to. Well, not all, I ain't talking about the people in the chat room, but anyway, people who's going to watch this podcast later, that's who y'all listen to. And y'all think they are God. Y'all think they're Jesus Christ. I mean, you keep seeing the videos of Trump walking up and breaking the glass, and General Flynn comes out. General Flynn, that's one thing about Obama that I've said here on this podcast before that I agreed about was General Flynn. Do not trust General Flynn. But you got your Steve Bannons, you got your Alex Joneses, Tucker Carlson sitting there saying, oh, but he knows where the bodies are buried. Bull crap. That man's a freaking daggone retard. No disrespect, sir, if you're listening, but just saying. Well, he is. I mean, because all right. I ain't got time for all that. Ain't nobody got time. I need to put that audio in there. Ain't nobody got time for that. All right. You got anything to add to that, Miss Gill?
I think you summed it up pretty good for us. Well, I mean, the only thing I would say is that they're gradually losing grounding and footing with their moles because they're getting kicked out, like you said. So they're not going to have that line of information coming out to where, because Trump is tightening down on the meetings, the security measures, you name it. They're out of it. Nobody knows nothing about what's going on.
Okay, with that said, I'm glad you brought that the mole, and the leakage and stuff like. Why are all like you Steve Bannon's, your redacted news? Yeah, I said redacted news. You, yeah, oh yeah,
Redacted.
Redacted news. Have you ever heard of those? Redacted news. Have you not? I can't hear you, Sweet Cakes. I don't know what you done to your mic.
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
podcast.
Okay. You got all of them. What have they done since Joe Kent has supposedly resigned? What have they all done?
Well, they've all
What
kind of
they
went against the administration. They went against, Trump. They went against
Mhm.
what's going on in Iran. They anything that has to do with Iran, really anything. And they talk about the price of oil. They talk about the gas going up, groceries. Everything. They they're just
Okay.
against Trump in general.
Okay. So okay. All right. True. That is true. 100% true. But they have all had special guests, special speakers on their
True.
podcast because they're not getting any leakage far as the information. I'm not
Right.
saying I'm not saying that Joe Kent leaked it. I'm not saying that Tulsa Gabbard's leaking anything, but there's a whole lot of daggum. There's a whole lot going on that I was going to use. I was going to use some words, but but that's ever since all this happened, they've all went. Well, we got a special guest today. We got a special speaker.
Right. And it's
I
one of
think
those in that group. It's usually one of those in that group or associated with it.
well, what the one what just like Joe Kent today. Joe Kent ever since I'm gonna say for this today and this past weekend, he's been making his rounds on the Infowars,
Yep.
Redacted News, Tucker Carlson, and others. Even the great one, the Martin Levin. Okay,
Oh yeah.
but you got to tie it all together. I ain't saying and Martin Levin, he usually just does his thing, whatever case may be. But the ones I just mentioned, like the Redacted News, Tucker Carlson, Steve Bannon, Infowars.
Yep.
Everybody
Right.
on Infowars has had Joe Kent on that daggum show, on their shows. Every one of them. And they're saying the exact same thing. Joe, I'm going to say right now, allegedly, Joe Kent is one of the leakers from this administration.
Mhm.
Was.
Mhm.
I'm sticking to my guns on that one, 100%.
Well, I am
So,
too, especially after that signal chat as well. You got to put that in with
mhm.
it too, and the stuff that was leaked there. I mean, that was purposely done. Yeah,
Okay,
that was
but, but
purposely
but
done.
that goes back to Joe Biden and them. Excuse me, his administration saying, "Well, no, you got to use the signal chat." All right, so who did you have with the Trump administration? You had Matt Walls. That
Right.
that is still with the Trump administration. Got me? And that stuff was getting leaked out. The stuff that Pete had said, the Secretary of War had said, that stuff was getting leaked out. So, it shows right there, you can't trust anything. I mean, just write it down and send it through the mail, buddy.
Well, I agree. I agree. You're right, Rob. He should be charged with leaking classified information until the investigation is completely done. We
Mhm.
have to say allegedly that it is allegedly, but I don't know.
Yep,
I just believe he was it was a very short window that he was in that position, for just
it
a very
was.
short time. And that is a red flag to me.
Okay, I'm
And
glad
he
you said it.
knew he knew what was going to be going on possibly with Iran. He's ex-military. He's been involved in it. He knows. So to think otherwise and that be his premise of why he ex couldn't agree with it or resigned, that's bullshit. I call
Mhm.
bullshit.
Mhm. Well, I mean, it's okay. So you got to go back. If you go back and look how, and folks, I can honestly say this. I was having a conversation with someone the other day, and he's like, "Man, you sound just like a daggum Republican." I said, "Well, actually, I'm a still a registered Democrat, so I could talk on both from both sides of my mouth, and I could bring it straight to you, whatever case may be. I said, but I ain't gonna bring it here, because it was at the ball field and stuff like that. I said, just let me have fun with my team, okay?
Right.
And let's do that. But anyway, let's switch gears for just a second because we have some things going over the weekend, and this happened in China, and yeah. Oh yeah, no, you muted, sweetie. You muted.
I was telling Sean, welcome in, Sean Starry. He's on X.
What's up,
Now,
Sean?
what
How you doing?
what was that video? What were they doing in the video?
Well, there was a little rally there on the 29th of March there in
Okay.
China. And someone decided to say, hey, I'm going to bulldoze you people down. They beat the shit out of this guy. No, they did. They drug him out and beat the shit out of him.
In China?
In China.
I didn't think they
Beijing,
were allowed to,
China.
I didn't think they could have protests.
Well, by George, that was Beijing, China. And yeah, they beat the shit out of that guy. I mean, that guy was beat to a bloody pulp. He was. And I mean, dang, heck yeah, let's pull up on him. You know what I'm saying?
Kind of reminds him of the Colorado guy with the bulldozer. Sean, you're right.
Yeah, dude. That was a day or so ago. I mean, just saying. Dude,
Or in the UK when they took manure inside McDonald's and dumped it.
Dude, I tell you, people are fed up. I mean, but this is the thing about it. If you go back and well, I ain't gonna show the video because it was too horrific. Okay.
All right.
But that front end loader, I mean, it went. Yeah.
Wow.
It did. And but sorry for the people. There were several that were killed.
Yeah.
But I'm
Well,
glad
they
you got
did-
the shit. I'm glad you got the shit stomped out of you, and I hope they daggum burn you to a pulp in the jail or in the prison too. Big
Well, in
Bubba, or Little
China.
Bubba. Well, hell, he probably got a daggum pay raise from China. I'm just
I
saying.
wouldn't doubt it. Probably did.
I
I
mean,
didn't think they had stuff like that there.
Yeah. I mean, it was protest / festival. That's what it was.
Well, what were they against? What do
I
you know?
don't
what they were
know. I
protesting?
don't know. I don't care. I don't read their language. I don't
I-
speak their language. I don't know.
Well, it's got me curious now. I'll have to research and get back with you.
But yeah, it's crazy. But I mean, let me get over here. Let's do some news. I know y'all are just wanting some news. So anyway, just in. Now this happened a couple hours ago. Secretary of Treasury Scott Bessent confirms the U.S. will seize and control the Straits of Hormuz. Hormuz, ever how you say it, daggone word.
Cut deals with the Iranian regime for the time being. But over time, the U.S. is going to retake control of the straits, and there will be freedom of navigation, whether it is through U.S. escorts or a multinational escort.
So are you concerned at all about the Houthis getting involved? They shelled Israel with two rockets. Are you worried about the Red Sea?
Not as much. The Houthis have been very quiet. So
the Houthis are going to be very quiet. They don't want no bad juju.
Mm-mm.
No,
They don't.
they're saying what at the end of the day. I think everything's already been said and done. That's just me.
Yeah,
I really
they're
do.
holding out. It's now it's at a. I mean, we've took out their ships, took out their planes, took out their. Now all they're doing is what missiles or what have you they have left. One of their main um, airplanes they shot down over the weekend um, at the airport, disabled it. So I think now it's a strategy move because they know that's the last thing they have to negotiate, so to speak, even though we don't use the oil from it, but the other countries do. At this point, I think that it's a wait and see. They're trying to hold out as long as they can with it,
Yeah.
is what I think.
Okay. I mean, we're just assuming here, folks. I
Right.
mean, I'm just seeing it line up to where I think this stuff's already been taken care of. I really
Well,
do.
that's what I thought. That's what I thought too. I think we're seeing things play out now from what's already happened.
Right. And you know what that's saying? People, they all got up in a frenzy. Well, Trump's sending troops to the Middle East. Well, it's not Trump sending troops to the Middle East. It's actually the Secretary of War. But
Hmm.
the president approves it.
Right.
Then they say, well, Congress has to approve us going to war. Hang on. Are we at war? Are we at war?
A conflict
It's
operation.
it's an okay. You said operation.
Operation.
It's an operation. So
No
I
different.
mean,
What didn't he say something like a military operation?
hmm hmm he sure did. He sure did.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it's just. I mean, folks, all presidents send troops to the Middle East
Hmm.
at any given time. Okay, but if Trump does it, it's because it's a bad thing in their eyes. Okay, but when they do it, oh my God, we're gonna make a whole bunch of money. We're gonna do some insider trading and stuff, all the above. But anyway, all right. So this is gonna be Secretary Scott Besson again, and just talking about refunds. Get ready.
It's a great tax filing season. Refunds are up more than 10%. And what we're seeing, Brian, is almost 50% of the tax returns that have been filed have one of President Trump's signature campaign policies: no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, reduced taxes for our seniors on Social Security, deductibility of auto loans for American cars. And the big one, the home run, has been no tax on overtime. 25% of the tax returns that the IRS has received, the filers have claimed that deduction. So we're seeing bigger tax returns. But Brian, the other thing is taxpayers are going to or have changed their withholding for 2026, and they're getting automatic pay increases by changing their withholding.
Mm-hmm. Change those withholdings. Yeah, see, Miss Richie, that's the good thing about it because we do have a CPA here in the chat room. Yeah. So, Miss Richie, what? I mean, don't
They
give
took.
no names. Hang on. What?
I
What
was
is?
Sean. I was agreeing with him. They took my money too, so it didn't do me any good.
Well, anyway, what that's saying, I mean, yeah, we ain't even done our taxes yet. So, let me say, so a lot of people are very happy with this tax season. So, what's the average? I know I asked you this a while back, but since it's getting closer to the deadline, what's the average price that they're getting back as far as income from the taxes, if you don't mind? Just an average price, you know.
I don't know. I didn't get nothing back, so I don't know.
Girl, you got $50,000 back. You told me the other day.
Nope, I didn't get anything back. I had to pay in actually. I had to pay in like I think it was $150 this year. So,
That's because you're paying for you living up there in Tennessee. You know.
right. 1,500, Maddie.
Maddie got 1,500. Okay.
I mean, there's going to be those that you do that is going to, if you have children, you're getting back a pretty decent tax or income credit if you can do that, you know. But if you don't have anything to claim, you know, I asked them if I could claim an illegal immigrants because, you know, I've been paying for it, but or an immigrant in general. And the lady looked at me and went, I said, "What? My tax dollars paid for it?"
Yeah, I mean, all you gotta do is pull up a Nick Shirley video. I mean, Somalia, you know, they're in Minnesota, you know.
And she said, no, they're illegal. You can't do that." And I was like,
And why am I
"What?"
paying for them?
That's what I said. "Why am I paying for them?"
Wow.
"Well, yeah, I don't understand that." And I was like, "Okay."
So Miss Rich is saying, this is what she said. I'm seeing $3,000 to $4,000 back more because of overtime. Sometimes it
Okay.
could even be more. Wow. Well, hey,
Oh,
America,
thank you, Sean.
get it, baby. Get it. Do it to it. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, this happened over the weekend as well. Why is it always the bases that they're going to?
A man is behind bars today after law enforcement leaders say he stole sensitive computer equipment from a Palm Beach County supervisor election office training. John D. Panici faces theft charges. The Palm Beach County Sheriff's Office saying that Panici attended a volunteer training session with the elections office on March 19th for the March 24th elections. While there, officials say he stole an encrypted access key from a registration terminal.
And I apologize. I thought that was another base, but anyway, yeah, he did steal it, and he was put in jail because it goes along with the elections, and people are afraid because that's how the Democrats going to try to steal it. The midterm.
Well, I mean, I believe it. I believe it. They've got a plan. Bet
No.
that.
Well, let's go back to 2020. Come on now. They had the plan. Hey, we got COVID, we got water, we got leakage, you know.
Well, let's put paper up over the windows. Let's lock it down. Let's only allow you in and out at certain times. We control this. And the poll workers that they did have were falsifying votes. They were marking votes for Biden.
Yeah.
There's proof of that.
What's up, Lee? How you doing over on Ramalaya? What's up,
Hey,
Lee?
Lee.
He says hello
You know.
to you, by the way. So
Miss, I'm going to say hi to his mother. Hi, Miss Sylvia. She always watches. How are you this evening?
well, hello, Miss Sylvia. I like that name. That's a beautiful name. Yeah.
It is.
So yeah, I mean,
It
it's just but yeah, let's go back into the 2020 deal. So you got Joe Biden saying it don't matter what the votes are, it matters who counts the votes.
And he told the truth.
He did. He told the truth. Oh, Sylvia
those-
says hello. So
Tell her I said, hi. She's watching. She loves watching.
you know, but like it goes back to where you said they covered up the windows, and the Republicans or the whatever case may be had to be 12 feet back, and they couldn't see a damn thing. Yeah. Hey, whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa. Come on, folks. The 2020 election was freaking stolen.
And even the Postal Service, verified, what was it? There were Gaylord boxes full.
The postal service is part of the problem. The mail-in ballot.
Bingo.
I mean, come on, man.
Bingo.
Really? Okay.
Why can't we just go back to the way it was when my father would take me to the courthouse with him to vote, and we knew that night. And he always showed his ID. always showed his ID, and
Mhm.
it was simple. It was simple.
Yeah, but they've turned the tables. The Democrats and the rhinos have turned the table.
Well,
So,
we need to turn their asses back.
well, that's what President Trump and others are trying to do with this Save
Yeah.
America Act, you know. And you got your daggum Marsha Blackburn's, John Thune. He's
I'm
wanting
very
to step out.
disappointed in her. I'm disappointed in Marsha Blackburn. That pissed me off to no end. She was just up 2 days before it, going on and on and on about our elections and stuff, and then she jet sets her skirt tail out at 6 o'clock in the afternoon.
Sure did.
And didn't
Lord
even
mercy.
talk to the news, didn't even talk to the constituents, didn't even talk to tell us what was going on. I'm very disappointed in you, Marsha Blackburn. There, as a Tennessean, very disappointed in you.
Well, they're saying I got to play this one. You know, it's the Kramer. It's the Kramer. I got to play it again. You know.
Do it. Do it.
Fairweather MAGA, go fuck yourselves. For 4 years, we suffered under Biden, and all we wanted was the return of Trump. We get it, and you motherfuckers are the first to complain. He's not doing what he said. No, he's not doing what he said on your timeline. But the kids and the... Do you realize what Trump is doing right now? Our enemies, the traitors to this nation, have some very powerful friends around the world. It's a big club, folks, and you're not in it. And when they start getting attacked here, they call their friends elsewhere and go, hey, can you take care of this? And suddenly we've got a terrorist attack or a school shooting or something weird going on every fucking time. So what does Trump have to do first? Trump has to clear the table of all the people that can cause problems when he goes after the traitors of this nation. I know you don't see the big game because you're not following the big game. You're following the influencers, the Fairweather MAGA. Well, good luck with that.
The Panicans.
What, say it again.
The Panicans. I had to say it tonight. You always say it. I got the chance to say it first. The Panicans.
And that's what it is. Y'all, I mean, y'all click that thumbs up button over on Rumble Live,
X and
please.
everywhere.
Hang on. Let me do away with this because I know the time is about to run out over on Instagram. And yeah, okay. Just go ahead and bye, Instagram. See ya. See you next time.
Come on over.
There we go. And just like that, bye-bye, Instagram.
The Panicans. That's what I call them. And people are starting to call them out. They really are. And I've seen some influencers. I've seen wishy-washy lately. I think I don't know where their mindset is, but now it's kind of like they're coming back. And that's what I'm saying. It's so confusing. So just do the research yourself.
Mm-hmm.
It's that simple, you know.
But a lot of people don't want to do it. That's why they don't depend. Thank y'all for not depending on the news because it's just a 24-hour cycle. You know, just keeps repeating. And the reason they keep repeating is because they want to brainwash you. Mm-hmm. And thank you for listening to podcasts like ours and some others. You know what I'm saying? That's trying to get it out there. And folks, I've been wrong. Gail's been wrong. You know, but we admit when we're wrong. You know, the mainstream media's not going, well, hang on. The View, they admit every day. Well, you know, they
disclaimer beforehand. Or they do a show and the next day, well, we have to retract that and do this. Yeah.
Exactly. And that's the thing about it. You know, just turn it off. I mean, I watch this stuff just enough to where I can grab the clicks. You know what I'm saying? Just like Miss Rich put it in the chat room earlier. She's like, I haven't listened to Alex Jones in a long time. It's probably since last week, but
he had a clip I just saw before we started the show. I was going through, and it was on X, I believe, and he was talking about how he used to despise Tucker Carlson. He used to despise Tucker Carlson. Now he says, I have him pinned on my X account at the top because he's tough and he's got the balls and that's what I like about it. That's what he said. He said, I mean,
Yeah,
and then Candace Owens, they've lost their ever loving mind. I swear,
they have.
they have. They've they've lost it.
But you got a 23-year-old Marine is being accused of allegedly stealing the missile system and selling it in Arizona. Dude, y'all better watch out with this shit.
It was a Javelin missile system like the one seen here, a weapon of war used thousands of times in Iraq and Afghanistan that authorities say was stolen by an Arizona Marine. Investigators found the missile system at a Glendale business that operates gun shows across the country. They also found several cans of ammo, specifically manufactured and sold to the U.S. military. Court documents show that ammo can be a threat to law enforcement and civilians. Corporal Andrew Almarias was indicted this week, accused of stealing that equipment from Camp Pendleton, where he was based, and then selling it here in Arizona.
Who was he selling it to?
We don't know yet. He was allegedly he was selling it to someone. Yeah,
That's the question. Who? That is the key question. Who?
I'm sure they'll get to it, but yeah, I mean,
What? I mean, wow. Huh.
yeah,
I can't really say much about it. It's not a good thing to do until I know more about the information with it.
yeah. I mean, was he planning a false flag? I mean,
Was he selling it to a terrorist cell?
that's the $1 million question right there. I don't
Yeah.
know. It's crazy, but AOC is in some trouble, and the only reason I'm playing this video is because I covered this approximately 3 weeks ago.
Mhm.
I covered this. I read about it, and I brought it to you, the people. Now Lisa Booth now it's coming out into the highlight. Okay, it's coming out. But Lisa Booth, which I like, I respect. She's a good one. And here we go.
Because AOC could be in some trouble. The New York Post reports that the Congresswoman may have violated federal election law and House ethics rules by misusing nearly $19,000 in campaign cash last year on a psychiatrist known for specializing in ketamine therapy. The National Legal and Policy Center filed a joint complaint with the FEC and the Office of Congressional Conduct, demanding that authorities determine whether the money paid to Dr. Brian Boyle was fraudulently documented as leadership training and consulting. Now, Dr. Boyle is a chief psychiatric officer at Stella Mental Health and is known as the leading authority on ketamine. We have reached out to Congresswoman AOC's office, but we have not heard back yet.
Was the ketamine for her?
Yeah, allegedly it was. She was having a mental breakdown, and yeah.
That's what's been wrong with her. Interesting.
But all right, so let's move on even further because everybody's see.
Well, I'd like to put this out there. You got Hakeem Jeffries in Vegas right now with strippers, and you've got another one in Vegas gambling at the tables. I don't know if they're using tax dollar money or not, but I'm sure that's going to be investigated. Just wanted to throw that out there. Hope you're having fun, Hakeem.
Hang on, let's throw this in here. You got sex partners in the Senate housing, back there during Biden's time,
And apparently they've got sex cages there on Capitol Hill somewhere. They probably got one of them 50 Shades of Grey rooms stuck somewhere.
Okay, I'll let Miss Rich take care of that. That's a conversation between her and Lee there. Anyway, so let's go back, folks. I gotta play this one first, okay? Again,
You
I gotta
can't make
play
his
this one.
shit up. Make it up.
Well, you can't make it up. But I'm gonna play this one about President Donald J. Trump. Well, then just Donald J. Trump. Excuse me, sir. I did not mean to mispronounce your name. But anyway, I'm gonna keep this joker up here on the panel because okay.
When you get the respect of the other countries, then the other countries tend to do a little bit as you do, and you can create the right attitudes. The Iranian situation is a case in point. That they hold our hostages is just absolutely and totally ridiculous. That this country sits back and allows a country such as Iran to hold our hostages, to my way of thinking, is a horror. And I don't think they'd do it with other countries. I honestly don't think they'd do it with other countries.
Obviously, you're advocating.
It's a true statement. That man's been talking about this for over 40 years. Over 40 years.
Yep.
And folks, if you don't believe me, a lot of podcasters are not showing. I ain't seen the first podcaster yet showing all this stuff. Okay. But here we go.
I'm running for the presidency. I'm here because I'm personally tired of seeing this great country of ours being ripped off.
But as far as Trump is concerned, our allies are only part of the problem. The real culprit is Iran.
Why couldn't we go in and take over some of their oil, which is along the sea?
How would you do that? Would you send in the Marines? Would you take a chance in a war?
Let them have Iran. You take their oil. That's what
How?
How?
I mean, do we want a war? What do you mean we take their oil?
You go in. You're
How
gonna have
do
a
we
war,
go
Barbara.
in?
You're going to have a war by being weak.
Okay, how do we go in? What do we do?
Excuse me.
Yeah.
You're going to have a war. And it's going to start in the Middle East.
What if the Soviet Union said, you do this to Iran, we're going to come in?
I don't believe they'd do it. The next time Iran attacks this country, go in and grab one of their big oil installations. And I mean grab it and keep it. And get back your losses, because this country has lost plenty because of Iran.
Boom.
Yeah. And, the thing about it is that video, President Trump, which I already had the video loaded up earlier today before President Trump put on his Truth Social. But I tied another one in there. I don't have it here, but I've got it on my phone. But, well, no, hang on. I think this is it. Yeah, here it is. I put this on Truth Social.
Bringing back a familiar message from his campaign, talking about what he would have done in Iraq. Listen.
You brought up Iraq and something you said that could affect American troops in recent days. You said we should have kept the oil, but okay, maybe we'll have another chance. What did you mean by that?
Well, we should have kept the oil when we got out. And it's very interesting. Had we taken the oil, you wouldn't have ISIS. Because they fuel themselves with the oil. That's where they got the money.
So you believe we can go in and take the oil?
We should have taken the oil. You wouldn't have ISIS if we took the oil.
Folks,
He's
that's
smart. Yeah. He knows what he's doing.
That's why I love doing this podcast, because I can bring it straight to y'all, straight from a horse's mouth. Because a lot of y'all, Gail, have you ever seen that video?
Not the one before last. No, I have not. The with Barbara Walters. No.
Okay. All right. So, I mean, that's what I do. And that's why I love doing it. And that's why I've been doing it for 1,000 episodes. I keep saying it. I bring it straight from the horse's mouth. Because the mainstream media is pumping you, and the people that I mentioned before are pumping you full of bunch of bull crap. Okay. That's what they're doing. Because they do it every time during the midterms. They want to make it sound all good before the midterms. And once the midterm starts to come down the pike, they start changing. And then once the midterms go away, they're still sore losers. And then they try to bring you back. And then then the general election, the big election, the president election, they try to bring you back, and you just got to make your own discernment. Choose what you listen to and stuff. But yeah, Miss Gail, you got a video right here. We're gonna get into a little bit of that on Wednesday night.
All right. We'll just wait till then. That's fine.
Okay.
Of quiet birds in circling flight, I am the day transcending night. Do not stand by my grave and cry. I am not there. I did not die.
Man,
That
beautiful.
is, you have to go watch this miniseries. I don't know, 9, 10 episodes. That was the final episode that came on last week. And I want to tell you, I've never been one to go along with what Q thought or what have you about him being alive and this and that. But the more I watched this show, and the more I was reading some of the flight manifests and stuff like that, I was like, and the way this show is, where they lead up to this last episode, they were under such scrutiny. They never had any privacy. It was constant under the media, and they'd actually in the show conversed back and forth about leaving and living on some island or some other place and never coming back so they could have a life. I mean, is it possible? And that eulogy that was read, that was by Carolyn's mother. That was supposed to be the eulogy that her mother had read about, losing Carolyn and their daughter, her other daughter. So
it was so strange how they both died, and JFK Jr. was running for the Senate. Yeah. So I don't know.
And then who got his seat when he died?
Oh, Hillary Clinton.
Yep.
So a lot of people wouldn't know that. A lot of people would not know that. But all right, so let's go to the TSA right here, because when I say TSA, you got Democrats, they're fuming because President Trump signed an executive order, okay, to pay the TSA agents. And hey, the money's already there. Anyway, okay, what you got?
What did Democrats get out of this standoff?
Yeah, well, Margaret, the standoff is not done yet, right? The president is illegally paying, apparently, TSA agents. You had the Senate, as you pointed out with Mr. Homan, pass a bipartisan bill unanimously in the United States Senate to say, look, let's fund everybody else and let's deal with this thorny issue about ICE. And then you had the Republican House say, hell no, we're not doing that.
Okay. You're me. I can't hear you.
I'm not saying nothing right now. I'm tapping my mouth.
Okay. Well, okay.
At the moment, I'm not running my mouth at the moment.
Okay, but I mean, they don't want to pay. They work for you. They don't want to pay you. Okay.
No, but they want to get paid. They didn't want to get rid of their paychecks.
No, sure didn't.
And then they also didn't want to fund in the Department of Homeland Security package. If you go back, they actually kept out the part to fund for human trafficking.
Oh, because you brought that up. Did you know that Bank of America had to pull out and pay
Yes. How
money?
many millions? Well, I can't remember
I
exactly.
think it was $72
70
million,
something.
72 point something $1 million for human trafficking.
Yeah.
You got J.P. Morgan, you got Bank of America, then you got the Dutch Bank. Oh, but okay, there's nothing. No, okay. You green
Then
haired, blue haired people.
you got Epstein's accountant that never saw nothing. And he saw him every 3 weeks. Never saw him nothing. And then the other dude, the lawyer, he drank the Kool-Aid.
And what was he drinking?
That's why I'm trying to figure out. He's like, I drank the Kool-Aid. And I'm like, okay. What was the Kool-Aid? Believing the bullshit or whatever. They're all full of it. They got paid kickbacks. They got paid. Let's be honest. They didn't care about human life, babies, children, and they're still doing it.
This is the thing about it too. All right, so you got Thomas Massey. You got me? The senator there in Kentucky. He kept pushing the Epstein files. Marjorie Taylor Greene kept pushing. Well, we're going to release. I will release. This is Marjorie Taylor Greene. I will release the names of each victim. Okay. Which I posted here on this podcast a while back when all this stuff started going down, didn't it? It's a federal law that you cannot do that. Okay. You can't re-victimize the people.
Correct.
Well, they filed a lawsuit because they released the names, some of the names of the Jeffrey Epstein survivors. Victims. Okay. This says victims.
So I say survivor. Well, I say survivor. No, victim.
I'm gonna go with you on that one. It's victims. Victims. I will agree with that one. So now they filed a lawsuit to sue the DOJ for allowing that to come out. Thomas Massey needs to be voted out of the Senate there in Kentucky. Okay.
We really got some
Thomas Massey
skanky. They skanks.
Thomas Massey has never voted for one thing for the American people. I don't care if it's just about Kentucky. No, when you become a senator, you vote for, you pass whatever case may be for the American people.
Right.
The people. I mean, it's just like my senator, Tupperville and Katie Britt. They do it. They vote exactly how we call in and say, no, you don't vote for that. Or yes, you vote for this. I make daily calls. Okay. Daily calls. And they're very nice. Everyone who's answering the phones there at the offices, they're very nice. Just don't be a butthole when you call. Okay.
No. I usually get a voicemail. I'll have to leave them a voicemail.
I actually connect with actual human beings. Okay. I do. Maybe you need to check with your people up there in Tennessee,
I mean, one time I got in touch with I guess it was a helper, I don't know, or somebody.
What?
I don't know what you call them, assistant or something. I don't know. I got a hold of somebody at that point in time, and they actually called me back, but that's the one and only time.
Oh, cool. Well, whenever I call, they automatically answer the phone. It ain't like Sissy Graham. Yeah, I mean, it's just like Sissy Graham, man. I mean, it just automatically goes to voicemail, and I left the golden phone call that night. So I got to find out.
There's a lot of stuff coming out about him right now. He's in Disney World or wherever it's at right now.
Yeah, he was.
He just got off Space Mountain. They said, this is the reports. Now, I don't know if he went with anybody or not, but they're saying he was walking around without any kids, and he was riding rides with other kids. I don't know. Maybe he's a kid at heart. I don't
But okay, with that, you don't know. The thing about it is, he's doing this underneath a partial shutdown of the government. That's remember when Nancy Pelosi went during COVID got me?
know.
Oh, well, you can't be around people. Then you got video cameras, as far as cameras from the hair salon. Oh well, we got Nancy Pelosi. You know, she's no mask on, no nothing. You got Gavin Newsom, out there partying out there at a restaurant like a daggum mafia person. You know what I'm saying? And that's Nancy
Well,
Pelosi's daggum nephew. You can't make it. They're both from California. You can't make this stuff up. You
well, we
can't
know
make
they
it
like.
up.
Well, we know Hakeem's at a strip club tonight, and we know the other one's at Garcia. We know he's at the gambling table. So win big.
But I just want to know who. I don't want to see it full pictures, but I just want to know who it was in the Senate chambers getting butt plugged. Okay, that's what I want to know.
And nothing ever came from that. I mean, dude got
Nothing.
fired. Dude got fired, but
That's what
imagine the stuff that goes on at the Capitol after hours.
what actually happens down in the dungeons?
With the cages, they literally said there was cages down there.
That is true. That is true. All right. So if you want to know what's going on with Iran, here we go. This is President Donald J. Trump.
You had offered a 15-point plan to Iran. Did they ever come back?
Yeah, they came back on the 15-point plan. They gave us most of the points. Why wouldn't they?
You make it sound like they made some concessions. Can you identify those?
Well, they're agreeing with us on the plan. I mean, we asked for 15 things, and for the most part, we're going to be asking for a couple of other things. And just to prove that they're serious, they gave us all these votes. When I talked about 4 days ago, a present, I said they gave me a present, but I didn't think I was at liberty to say what it was. What it was 8 plus 2. It's 10 massive boatloads of oil. And today they gave us another present. They gave us 20 boatloads of oil. That starts being shipped tomorrow. We're having very good meetings, both directly and indirectly, and I think we're getting a lot of very important points.
Like I
Well.
said, I think this is all over with, and the straits have been opened up, and yeah, that's just me.
Well, there was a
again.
report. There was
Go
a
ahead.
report. I can't verify it, but there was a report that came out that President Trump is signaling that he is willing to end the war with Iran without reopening the Strait of Hormuz. News. That was at 8 o'clock.
In the war without opening the straits. Man, I'm gonna call bullshit on that.
That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying I can verify it because it just come up, but that's
Because
what.
if the thing about it is, well, okay, there's two strategies here. If that is true that he said that, as a matter of fact, hang on just a second. Let me get right here. Let me go to President Trump's. Let me go right here. Let me go to his Truth Social. Yeah. Screw all that's coming about. Didn't get out of here, that crap. Oh, something went wrong. Something went wrong. What? Don't even do that. Hang on.
Is your mouse working?
Yeah, it's working. Hang on. All right. So, hey, talk to everybody while I go look it up on my phone, please.
All right.
Don't play
While he's
nothing.
looking up. I'm not going to talk. I can talk. So what I was talking about earlier, they said the bullet used to kill Charlie Kirk did not match the rifle allegedly used by the suspect, Tyler Robinson, according to court records. And then the sheriff, Nate Brusby, who arranged for accused Charlie Kirk assassin Tyler Robinson to turn himself in, has suddenly resigned. So that throws a big wrench, a big, huge wrench in the prosecution's case. if the bullet doesn't even match that came from Charlie Kirk with Tyler Robinson's gun. That's huge. Right there's your reasonable doubt. If the of course the jury's going to get wind of that now with whatever evidence, which I've thought there was so many holes in how they went about getting, because there was 5 different DNAs on the weapon itself. And then what Joe Kent has come out saying about evidence not being, investigated properly, he could actually be called as a witness for the defense. And he was asked this on Mark Levine's show. He was asked that question, do you know that what you're saying possibly could cause you to become a witness for the defense? He said, I do. So you say, Christina Ritchie, it was an inside job. The more and more I see things, especially now with things coming out about it, it's sad. It's very sad that it happened in the first place. But as we've known in past, the Kennedy assassination, most assassinations are inside jobs. CIA, people like that is my opinion on it. But that throws a huge wrench in the prosecution's case if the bullet doesn't even match the weapon that they're saying was the weapon that assassinated Charlie Kirk. Will this open up a door to where we'll know truly what happened? I don't know. I don't know if we'll ever know. Personally, I just don't know.
You know what? With that saying, I mean, it's always the magic bullet, right? They always
Mm-hmm.
talk about the magic bullet. Folks, to be honest with you, I don't think it was Tyler that killed the guy.
Mm-mm.
Charlie Kirk. I don't think it was him. There's too many shady deals. Yeah, I'm just, that's just me and Gail. We're just, saying our own opinions. I don't think Charlie killed him. How many times? Yeah, we'll definitely never know. Well,
Truth and
okay, was
sex.
yeah, exactly, Lee. Why does Trump usually declass? Why does the Democrats have it top secret and hidden? Oh, boy, you struck a nerve right there. Mm-hmm.
Yep, because they don't want it to come out. And then they want to wait. Like, what is it with COVID? They don't want all that stuff to be released till 95 years.
Yeah, yeah, exactly right. But the thing about the John F. Kennedy assassination, that was Lyndon Johnson, folks. I played the audio when Lyndon Johnson said, "You got to kill him. You got to
Mm-hmm.
kill him." It was just the audio. That was no AI. That was actually the audio. And what happened? Well, he was assassinated. So you can say whatever you want to say about President Trump faking his own shot and stuff like that. Well, that guy was on the roof. He was killed. The shooter. Then Tyler Robertson, he wasn't shot. Why was he not shot? Okay, there's just too much going
And
on.
why didn't the sheriff cover that area like he allegedly told the head of security that he would take care of that part? Because they even asked, will you cover this part? And they're like, because that's a line of sight that we need covered. And he's like, I've got you. That's exactly what he said. I've got you.
Okay, well, why would they not allow any kind of drones in that area that day? Why did the Secret Service not actually penetrate all those buildings, search everything before President Trump came on stage? I mean, folks, you got a guy who actually lost his life. You got a girl and mother and a son who lost her father during that day. Really?
And they didn't even have it. They had one little tape off, but it was as quick as it happened. There was no investigation on there. You know what I'm saying? And then some dude's taking the card out of the camera, and then what? The very next week, they had already cleared it all off, dug it up, and put something else down.
Yeah, well, I mean that was Charlie Kirk deal. I was talking about President Trump's deal. But
Oh.
yeah, I mean, no, you good. I'm glad you brought that up because the guy who supposedly took the card or whatever out of the camera, that's the guy who's doing Charlie's show now. Did you not realize that?
I did not.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Well, he slipped up the other day with Megyn Kelly. I wish I had the clip, but I don't have it. And he said, "Well, they're dealing with it."
Megyn Kelly's another panicking. She's another panicking too. I'm just saying, I'm putting them all out, folks.
No, I agree. She went on her slew the other night and said, "I'm not being paid by nobody. I have the ability because I have my own show to say this and that." And she's never really been a Trump supporter, though, so I don't really,
Well,
she is on the bandwagon. But
she showed her true colors when she went after President Trump during his first election bid. You know what I'm saying? She showed her true colors. But all right, so let's tie this all in together.
okay,
or try to at least. All right, so you got Iran. You got, and I said, I labeled this podcast, take the oil, Ukrainian, and more. Okay. So what happened? So back when Barack Obama and former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton was Secretary of State, what did they do? They sold 20% of our uranium to Russia.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I thought Russia was the enemy. I thought they were.
Well, I mean, to hear the Clintons and everybody talk about them, they are during Trump's.
Well, they have been ever since. They have been ever since the 50s.
Well, yeah, Russia's always been supposedly the enemy.
Okay, but they never talk about China, right? China.
No, you don't never really hear them talk about that.
Yeah, Miss Richie. Yeah, the deal went through Canada. Yeah, Canada's going through some rough shit right now. Yeah, I play that on Wednesday night. I will. Yeah, I'll play that one. Yeah, that's. Anyway, so this was back in 2016. This is Julian and Assange. Like I said, you got to go pull it up where you show the people you can let it rip, baby cup. I mean, come on, Buttercup. Let's go. Come on. Julian, what you got to say?
Hillary Clinton has done quite well strategically to try and draw connection between Trump and Russia because she has so many connections of her own. Now, my analysis of Trump and Russia is that there is no substantial connection. Why do I say that? Well, because Trump was trying to invest in Russia before Putin in the 1990s, after Putin, in fact, nearly all the way up to the present moment. And he's had no success. He did not manage to build hotels and so on in Russia. So that shows how insubstantial his contacts are. There's an extremely well-documented pattern of when Hillary Clinton was Secretary of State, those people, companies, governments, who wanted a decision by the Secretary of State in their favor, making large donations to the Clinton Foundation or in some other cases, business deals with the people around Hillary Clinton. Now, one particular instance is the approval by Secretary Clinton of selling 20% of the US uranium reprocessing rights to a Russian company to be exported to Russia. So at that time, a large donation was made by those Russian interests to the Clinton Foundation. In addition, Clinton's campaign manager, Podesta, was on the board of a company called Juul Unlimited. And Juul Unlimited held some of these rights and received a $35 million investment from Russia.
And that's all, folks. But Russia is the problem. But what did Russia do? They turned around and sold it on the black market to Iran.
You're right.
Okay. I'm glad
No.
I have all. I'm glad. Gail, I'm just glad I have all these videos saved.
Yeah,
on the
because you can
thumb
back it
drives.
up.
Yeah,
You
I'm
can back it
backing
up.
100%.
You can let everybody see it for what it really is. When they push their bullshit narratives out here, if you go back, why would Clinton, why would she need to sell 20% of the US's uranium to our known enemy at the time for years? Why would you do that? And then
Well,
get a $35 million investment back.
right. It's money laundering. That's what it is. All right. So, but to my grandson Price, I hope one day you watch all these videos. Okay. Because this is actually the true history. And these videos will not be any longer to the public. Okay. But it will be right here on this podcast. It'll be right here. And you know I love you dirty. And I want you to be taught the right way. Even though I screw up sometimes, you know. We all do. But I mean, in the thumb drives that I have, folks, I told y'all this a while back. I can make a movie out of these jokers. It would just take so much time, you know. So Lee, why China? Yeah, Panama Canal, Middle East. Well, China's on debt. They're going down, bro. They're just trying to survive, and they have been.
Yeah.
You know, see, remember this comes from Lee too as well. Remember 2016, Trump said it could be Russia. He did say that, and it could be China, but more likely China. It's not China. It's actually, well, no. I'm going to have to disagree with you on that one, Lee. It's actually going to be the United States deep state government. That's what it is. It's always been that way.
But they use these other countries as their little pawns to do the dirty work.
Yeah, and they well, look at Ukraine. Why is none of your podcasters calling out the money laundering through Ukraine? You know, even my own daggum congressman, Mike Rogers, got me, signed that bill to where they could send over $40 billion to Ukraine. It's money laundering. It's all about.
Well, Ukraine just signed a deal with Qatar. I can't ever say that. Qatar. Zelensky just signed a deal with Qatar. I can't say it.
There's certain things I can't say neither. So
I'm too country. When you have a country draw, there are certain words you cannot say.
That you are correct on that one. I guarantee that's proven, folks. But anyway, going back to the No Kings rally this weekend. Okay. Do you know anything about what happened on the No Kings rally this weekend?
Well, I mean, I saw Ilhan Omar up there talking. I saw Walls talking. Then I saw a video where they had pallets of bricks everywhere, of course, stuff like that.
But you know, Tim Walsh. Said, "Oh, yeah, we're gonna protect our Somalian residents." And yeah, okay. Hey, folks, if you're not following Nick Shirley over on X or Instagram, go follow him because he's the one that's busted this shit wide open. Okay. Well, it's not really him. It was actually Doge. Okay. And this is how Elon Musk Well, okay. Hey, Nick, here you go. We got the evidence, and you go out there and you report, and you call them out, whatever case may be. So that's what Nick's been doing. Okay. So anyway, all right. So No King's Financial released.
Oh yeah.
All right. How you say that first one? Uh, Abala. What that is that's the name of the company. $79 million. Warren Buffett, $16 million. And folks, if you drive a Ford pickup truck, okay, Ford car, you might want to 51 million. 51 million. Ford was the hey, no, hang on, I'm tying two and two together right here. After the collapse in 2008 and 2010, Ford was the only manufacturer that did not take the buyout as far as needing government bailouts.
Right.
Hmm.
Why was that?
I wonder why. Then you got the Rockefellers at 26 million. You got Soros. You got Soros at 72 million. You got Tides at $45 million. A total of $294 million. And plus, just go ahead and say $295 million. Folks,
And that's just the high ballers. That's just the high ballers that they're
Yeah,
throwing out
it
there.
is.
There's some other ones.
You know, I'm okay with capitalism, but that's just way too much money.
Yeah, and it's
These,
going to be used for other things, not good
oh
things either.
yeah. Mm.
I don't think.
Opens. Oh, hang on. I'm going back to Lee. Well, okay, Ukraine, China.
Did you say
Iran.
Tide?
Tides like road tide. It's with an S. Road tides. I don't have any earthly idea what that one is, but that's reports, the financials that came out. So I don't know.
Wow.
But yeah.
And they're not even doing that, but running around with multiple colored hair, dancing, rolling in the ground. And most of the people that are turning out, nothing against the elderly, but they're mostly elderly. They even have, I think they have buses picking them up. I think they have buses going to these old folks' homes picking them up.
No, most of them is like you said, white
Not being
old
mean.
folks. No, I'm gonna be mean. They're white old rich folks. Okay? I mean, because I already had it set up for the day when I went to the court. Got me to do my jury duty. I'm like, well, I do have doctor's appointments tomorrow. I'll be going to the sinus doctor and stuff like that, and doing allergy doctor and all that stuff. Getting prepped for surgery on the 19th of June, which Gail will be hosting a podcast.
Y'all have to deal with me.
Yeah, I don't know. Are you going to actually be here?
Of course.
But yeah, she'll be here. But anyway, so yeah, I gotta get prepped for that. But I already had it lined up. I'm like, well, actually, I did cancel an appointment today, and I got it scheduled for Wednesday, to where the judge could see my eyeballs face to face, put a name with the face. Say, listen, I ain't gonna be around, Jack. I got things to take care of. I've been waiting over 30 years to get this shit done. So, yep. But that ended 3 minutes after I got out of the vehicle. So it's all good.
Good.
Yep.
Good.
But with that saying, Miss Gail, you got any last comments? Because I'm going to tell you, it's been a great podcast. Episode 1000. Episode 1000.
Many more to come. Many more to come.
Take us on out of here.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us tonight. So good to see everybody. pray for our country and pray for our president more than ever. Prayer, there's so much power in prayer. And keep your head on a swivel. Pay attention to your surroundings, especially you ladies, and have a good work week. Have a good work week. And God bless.
It's hard to believe that it's Monday. You know,
Mhm.
it feels like a Wednesday to me. It does. I don't know why, but it does. But
No,
yeah,
it's a Monday. The way my work day went, it's a Monday.
well, mine's all jacked up because I had to drive over to the court. But anyway,
Yeah, you're offset.
yeah, but it is what it is. But anyway, y'all, thank y'all very much for joining us this evening. If y'all would, y'all click that thumbs up button. Facebook, I gotta cut you off right quick because you know they don't like that copyrighted stuff. Yeah, thank y'all for joining me over and hoorah. And hang on, I
Good
gotta
night, Miss. Good night, Miss Sylvia. She says
good
good
night,
night.
Good night, Miss Sylvia. And Miss Richie Lee Peckerwood, thank y'all very much for being in the chat room. And guess what? We'll see y'all next time.
Good night.
Let me share some of the biggest lessons I've learned from a lifetime spent building dreams. First, if you think that you're too young to do something great, let me tell you that you are wrong. You're not too young. In America, with drive and ambition, young people can do anything. Second of all, and very importantly, you have to love what you do. I rarely see somebody that's successful that doesn't love what he or she does. Third thing is to think big. You know, you're going to do something, you might as well think big, because it's just as hard to solve a small problem as a big problem, and it's just as much energy and everything else, except the result is going to be a smaller one. So love what you do, but think big. Fourth is work hard. Work hard. Fifth is don't lose your momentum. You just want to keep it going, and you have to know if you are losing it, you have to know when you're losing it, so maybe you stop and maybe it's time to stop. Number 6, if you want to change the world, you have to have the courage to be an outsider. In other words, you have to take certain risks and do things a little bit differently. Otherwise, if that weren't the case, everybody would be successful. Number 7 is to trust your instincts, common sense. You can go very far in life with common sense. 8th, everybody should believe in the American dream. It's real, it's there, and it's right before you. 9th, think of yourself as a winner. The power of positive thinking. In recent years, too many of our young people have really been taught to think of themselves as victims. But in America, we reject that idea that anyone is born a victim. Our heroes are the ones who take charge of their own destiny despite the odds. And next is to be an original. The all-time greats were people who had the confidence to be a little different. God only created one of you, so don't try to be someone else. Finally, and most importantly, never, ever give up. I've learned that perseverance is everything, so whatever happens, no matter where you are in life, stay optimistic and just keep pushing forward. Never let anyone tell you that something is impossible. Ever, ever, ever. In America, the impossible is what we all do best.